Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm so glad that you are joining me this morning. Before we talk about today's worship service, let's sing a quick song to welcome everyone that has joined us. Hello, everybody. How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Hello, everybody. How do you do? God loves you today. Thanks for singing with me. Today is the 8th Sunday after Pentecost, during what we call ordinary time. Today's sermon is about cultivating joy. Cultivate means to take care of and to grow something. So you can think about it as growing joy. In today's service, you will hear the words joy and rejoice many times. If you want to try something special, think of an action that you can do when you hear these words. You might jump up, or wave a streamer, or just trace a heart. We will hear 3 readings today. The first reading is from the book of Psalms. We will hear the words, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth into joyous song and sing praises." Fits in really well with the service, doesn't it? The second reading is from the letter to the Philippians. In this letter, you will hear, "Rejoice in the Lord always." Again, I say, rejoice. I want to read another translation for one of the next parts, because I think it's a little bit easier to understand. It will say, "Do not worry about anything, but instead pray about everything." It's hard for me not to worry, especially when things are scary or hard, but praying does help me. Talking to God helps me find those reasons that I can rejoice. Even if I'm not sure about something, even if I don't know what the future is going to look like. The third reading is from the Gospel, according to Luke. This is one of Jesus' parables. Remember, a parable is a story that has a lesson or a special meaning. This story is sometimes called the lost son, or also called the prodigal son. Prodigal is a word that means wasteful or reckless. In this story, in this parable, you will hear about a younger son who leaves his family and spends all of his money. He goes home, and his older brother is not thrilled. After all, this younger son just wastefully spent all the money while his brother was at home, working away. But the father in this story rejoices. He celebrates because he has his son back. This is a good story to talk about with your family. When do you relate to the older son? When do you relate to the younger son? When do you relate to the father? What do you think we can learn from this story? In the hymn that we will sing right after the sermon, listen for these words. We will sing, "Call the lost and found together, wrap the prodigal in welcome, and come and join the celebration. Come and join this happy feast." Think about those words as you're singing them and relate them to the parable. Think about what we have to celebrate and maybe who in our lives could use an invitation to rejoice with us. For today's story, we will read a book called On the Day You Were Baptized. It's written by Taylor Young and illustrated by Anita Schmidt. This is the story of one child's baptism. Some people are baptized when they are babies. Some people are baptized when they are adults, and some people are baptized somewhere in between. Some people are not baptized. not all of you are baptized, and that's okay too. This is just one child's story, but I think it's really beautiful, and I think we can learn based on this one child's experience. You ready? On the day you were baptized, the heavens rejoiced. We rejoiced too. It was a very happy day. That morning, we dressed you in special clothes and wrapped you in a special blanket. We gazed into your eyes and smiled. It was your day. We took you to church where everyone was gathered. Our family, our friends, a whole crowd of people who loved you. God was there too, loving you and welcoming you, just like everyone else. When the time came, we brought you to the front where a bowl of water sat waiting. We spoke special words. We promised to love you and care for you always. We promised to teach you about God's love and be good role models for you. Then the water came down, dribbling, splashing over your forehead, covering you like God's love and our love too. Welcome, child of God, our church family said. You are loved. You were just a little baby, and you probably won't remember that special day. But you can still feel the water on your forehead when you're in the bath, or diving deep in the swimming pool, or walking through the rain. And know that you're still covered with the love that was showered on you. On the day you were baptized. The end. So, like I said, this story is just about one person's baptism. But all of us, even if this story isn't quite like yours, all of us are covered with love. This child might not remember their baptism. The sons in our parable might not remember everything their father did for them, every time their father sacrificed for them. But whether or not they remember it, it's true. It's there. The younger son knew that after everything, he could still go home. He knew he would find love. This child in the baptism story and the sons in the parable, they are loved. And so are you. Rejoice. To close today, I'm going to invite you to sing "This is the Day." You'll hear some of these words from the Psalms in our call to worship, but it's also really fun to sing. If you know it, sing along. If not, make up some dance moves. Are you ready? Here we go. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I hope you really enjoy the service today. Bye.